Hi friends, in this episode we'll see the important details about carcinogen chemicals, the reason for cancer, what are all the chemicals and what are all the causes for carcinogen chemicals and other materials. We can see the prevention method and food required to avoid cancer cell growth. Before going into the episode, put your subscribe and like share it with your friends and colleagues. Put your comment in comment box. Cancer is caused by genetic changes leading to uncontrolled cell growth and tumor formation. The top causes of cancer are genetics, physical and chemical agents, lifestyle, hormones, infection and inflammation, radiation, and rare cases. Radioactive chemical or material will lead to cancer. Particular substance known as carcinogens have been linked to specific type of cancers. Common examples of non-radioactive carcinogens are used in the industries, that is by inhalation or by ingestion or by direct contact with body. So far we have seen the non-radioactive chemicals which are used in all type of industries as dosing agents or raw material or some carriers which gives cancer and prolonged exposure. Carcinogens are dangerous in many ways. To reduce exposure with workplace hygiene, we need STOP principle. That is S for substitution, T technical measures, organizational measures, and personal protection. This is a schematic diagram. What causes genetic changes? Heredity plays a vital role. UV radiation due to sunlight and other things, and radioactive chemicals, non-radioactive chemicals. Some viruses will also leads to cancer. Smoking is injurious to health. It also leads to cancer and cell dividing. We can see the preventive measures and other chemicals which are giving carcinogen in the next slide. Now we can see in this slide for preventive measures and important food required for fighting cancer. Substitution. Substitute carcinogen substances that are not carcinogenic and ensure that the substitute is less dangerous. For example, in boiler, hydrogen is used as a oxygen scavenger. Still, it is not banned in our country and many places. It is to be replaced with some non-carcinogenic chemicals like amines. And chloroform is used in hospital earlier for sedative. As sedative, now it is obsolete. It is now banned in most of the hospitals. It is not used as sedative. So, like this, substitution of carcinogenic chemicals or substance is required. Then comes the technical measure. Technical measures from closed system to equipment with built-in vacuum systems to local exhaust ventilation. Many techniques help to control the source and therefore reduce exposure to carcinogens. So technical measure like if any dust or are the carcinogen chemical vapors are coming, proper ventilations to be given and it to be exhausted through vacuum system to avoid the exposure in the working area by the person who is working in the dangerous chemical. Organizational measures like keeping the dedicated areas for dangerous chemicals or processes, barricading the areas where possible radiation is present. Organizational measure has to be taken that carcinogen chemicals are to be kept separately in a area and is to be barricaded and proper sign is to be given and proper peak protection measure to be mentioned in that codings. Then comes the personal protection. Sometimes substitution is not possible. Technical and organization measures are not enough. Then the person working in the area exposed to carcinogen chemicals will be affected. The person working in that area need to use neo-shapered PPE to keep carcinogens away from lungs and skin. Example include gloves, safety glasses, and respiratory protection with full face piece or off face mask with positive pressure or self-contained breathing apparatus. So PPE is required when the exposure of the carcinogen chemical is more than the specified value, then the person working in that particular area has to take care, use the respiratory protection, since most of the vapors or dust or the carcinogen chemicals comes in contact with the person by inhalation only. If there is a chances for direct contact, you have to proper PPE provide a direct contact. Now we can see the cancer fighting foods: green tea, blackberries, blueberries, lemon, apple, kale, ginseng, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, artichokes, garlic, tomato, olive oil, pomegranate, green leaf vegetables, cauliflower, avocado, nuts, seeds, broccoli, and mushrooms. Apart from this, some vitamins like B12 and other important vitamins are also used to fight cancer. We can see the importance and radioactive chemicals which are used in the day-to-day life and in the industry in the coming episode. In this episode now we can see one important carcinogen chemical which is used in day-to-day life. You might have heard naphthalene, moth flakes or naphthalene, formula SH C10H8. Naphthalene is a colorless white or brown solid in flake, cake or powder form with a mothball odor. Found in coal, tar, gasoline and diesel fuels and is used to make mothballs. That is a normal naphthalene balls which we are using in our houses and many places as a repellent, lubricants and other chemicals for plastics, insecticides, fungicides, etc. As per OSHA, the airborne permissible limit PL of this naphthalene is 10 ppm averaged over 8 hour work shift. As per NIOSH recommended airborne exposure limit REL is 10 ppm only over a 10-hour shift and 15 ppm not to be exceeded during any 15 minutes work period. As per ACGA, the threshold limit value TLV is 2 ppm average over an 8-hour work period. This naphthalene is listed as a special hazard chemicals by OSHA, ACGH, DOT, NIOSH, NTP, DEP, IARCA, IRIS, NFPA, and EPA. Naphthalene is a probable carcinogen. It causes cancer of the larynx and intestines in humans and to cause nasal and lung in animals. Eye or repeated exposure can cause clouding of the eyelids, that is cataract, which may damage vision also. Naphthalene may damage the liver and kidneys too. Repeated high exposure may cause anemia, that is low blood count. Everybody is using naphthalene balls. The base material is naphthalene in all the houses, and some industries also it is used as a chemical for plastics, insecticides and fungicides. Now we can see the PPE required for exposure over 2 ppm. Use a new shampoo respirator with a combination organic vapor and 300 cartridge. For exposure to 20 to 50 ppm is immediately dangerous to life and health. IDLH value: if the exposure is above 250 ppm, use a self-contained breathing apparatus with a full space is operated in a pressure, demand or fast pressure mode, equipped with an emergency escape cylinder. This naphthalene or mothballs. Naphthalene balls is used in day-to-day life in all the houses and in shops also as a mothball repellent, insect repellent. So we have to avoid using naphthalene balls or mothballs used by children and kids. While handling, we have to use proper gloves and can use handkerchief soaked in water to cover your nose to avoid inhalation of the naphthalene and try to dispose when it is eroded or when it is damaged into pieces in a separate place to avoid the further damage. You will see another important non-radioactive chemical in the coming slide. In this side, now we can see another important chemical used in day-to-day life, in household also, and industry also, nickel. Pulverized nickel or Rani alloy, Rani nickel. The formula is Ni. Nickel is an colorless, silvery, hard, metallic solid used in making stainless steel, coins, and alkaline batteries as an alloy and catalyst, and for electroplating also used in processing vegetables and petroleum oils. You might have seen nickel is used in electroplating and in small scale industries and in stainless steel production. So when we are using SS material and vessel or utensil or the material you are using or damage and it is exposed by nickel, you have to avoid it. It is listed as special hazard chemicals by OSHA, ACGH, DOT, NIOSH, NTP, DEP, IRC, IRIS, NFPA, and EPA. Nickel is a probable carcinogen in humans, causes lung cancer in humans, and to cause lung cancer in animal also. Exposure to nickel may cause metal fume fever. This is a flu-like illness with symptoms of metallic taste in mouth. Headache, fever, and chills also will follow. Exposure to nickel may cause skin allergy, asthma-like allergy. Inhaling nickel can cause a sore and or hole in the nose bone septum, the nasal septum, sometimes with bleeding, discharge of blood, and loss of smell, that is anosmia. So nickel is exposed in metal plating. Vapor normally coming while used in metal plating plant on the stainless steel production plant. You have to avoid inhaling the nickel. As per OSHA, airborne permissible limit PEL is 1 milligram per meter cube only, very less, average for 8-hour work period. As per NIOSH, recommended airborne exposure limit REL is 0.015 milligram per meter cube averaged over a 10-hour shift. As per ACGH, the threshold limit value TLV is 1.5 milligram per meter cube averaged over an 8-hour work period. Now we can see the preventive measure or precaution to be taken. For exposure over a 0.015 milligram per meter cube, you have to use a negative pressure or air purifying particulate filter respirator with an N or R or P100 filter. More protection is provided by a powered air purifying respirator. Exposure over to 10 milligram per meter cube is ideal immediately dangerous to life and health. For exposure over 10 milligram per meter cube, use a self-contained breathing apparatus with a full face piece operated in positive pressure mode equipped with escape air cylinder. Persons who are working in electroplating plant normally in small scale industries also in stainless steel production and battery company used as alloy and catalyst also in the factory. Person who is exposed to that nickel has to be very careful because the value is very less. So use PPE to avoid the nickel vapor contact to get exposed to this carcinogen and dangerous chemical. Hope you might have understand the causes for carcinogen chemicals, reasons like radioactive material and non-radioactive chemicals and other sources, and the food required to fight for cancer Put your likes and comments in the comment box. Subscribe and share it with your friends and colleagues. See you with some other important chemicals which are carcinogenic in nature in the coming episode. Thank you very much.